Walking through the old town of Ouadane, it is easy to focus on the ruins, the stone walls, the collapsed houses, the narrow lanes that seem to lead nowhere. But one street sign is particularly revealing: Rue des 40 Savants, Street of the 40 Scholars. Our local guide tells us the story. Founded in the 12th century, Ouadane grew into one of the great caravan cities of the Western Sahara. Merchants crossed the desert carrying salt, gold, textiles, dates, and news from distant lands. But caravans did not carry only goods. They carried ideas. For centuries, scholars, jurists, teachers, and students traveled these same routes, linking the desert towns of Mauritania to a much larger world stretching across North Africa and beyond. According to local tradition, this quarter of the city was home to 40 distinguished scholars. Whether the number was literal or symbolic hardly matters now. What matters is what it tells us about how the people of Ouadane remembered their city, not as a place of warriors, not as a place of kings, but as a place of learning. These walls were witness to the people who once lived here, students arriving after weeks crossing the Sahara, teachers debating theology, law, astronomy, and mathematics, manuscripts carefully copied by hand in rooms now open to the sky. The stones remained silent, but the street name gave them voices again. Over time, trade routes shifted, political power moved elsewhere, droughts and changing economic fortunes made life increasingly difficult. Gradually, the inhabitants abandoned much of the old hilltop settlement and established a new town below, where water was easier to access and life more practical. The old city was left behind, not destroyed, simply outgrown. Today, the old city slowly returns to the landscape from which it was built. Walls collapse, roofs disappear. The desert reclaims what the desert once provided. But as we wandered down the street of the 40 Scholars, I couldn't help feeling that the most important part of Ouadane was never its buildings. It was the knowledge that once lived within them. The scholars are gone, their manuscripts scattered among libraries and collections around the world. Yet somehow, among these weathered stones, their presence still lingers. Old Ouadane is a ghost city, perhaps, but a city whose ghosts are not merchants or rulers. They are teachers.